Hey, Jay Allen from My True North. I can hardly believe it's Monday already. We've just passed another weekend and it's time for me to be able to share today's live all around pricing. If you've been following me for the last week or so, you'll see that over the last almost 2 weeks I've been coming on every day and talking about the most common pricing mistakes that small business owners make in their business. Now, let's just dive back in for a second or two, because it might be that you've not caught sight of the other videos yet. So let me just quickly help and understand as to why I'm doing this, and hopefully how it helps you today to be able to ensure that you're not leaving money on the table. Now, the real long-term backstory is that we've been looking at mass amounts of data that we've been collecting over the last 10 years on what causes good businesses to fail and what lessons can be learned from that to aid other people from not making the same mistakes. I'm sure that you've all heard that success leaves clues, and we see multiple people online talking about their 10 grand weeks, their 10 grand days, their 10 grand launches, 100 grand launches, all of the success stuff that people talk about. But perhaps nobody's really talking about lessons learnt along the way. All of these people talking about 10 grand months don't share with you the weeks and weeks and weeks and months and quarters and sometimes years of challenges and risks and failures along the way that have led them to this subsequent breakthrough. So I'm turning it on its head, and for the last 10 years, a more demand for more workers in the workplace. Created the 9 challenges, the flaws, the most common mistakes that people make when it comes to pricing that are holding them to where they're at and not enabling them to be able to move forward far more sustainably. And therefore, over the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks now, I've been helping business owners in this communities to understand what are those 9 problems are and how to address them. And today we're on number 8. So if you've got a pen to hand, I suggest you start scribbling, because I'm going to waffle on for the next few minutes and share with you the 8th most common problem when it comes to pricing. Now, there is a caveat to this. I'm guilty of it. I'm sat here talking to you about the 9 most common problems when it comes to pricing, and I'm admitting at the start of today's video that this one isn't one I've learnt to conquer yet also. That I'm guilty of it even though I'm sharing it with you. The 8th most common challenge when it comes to pricing is giving away too much. It's under promise and then massively over deliver. And I'm not talking about a little bit to keep people happy. I'm talking about the errors that people make when it comes to I charge a fee, they pay the fee, I've provided a service for that fee, and then continue to provide a service. And again, and again, and again. In some weird delusion that says I didn't provide the service in the first place. It's madness. Well, they didn't write a 5-star review, so next time we're going to throw in something else. Well, they didn't kiss my feet, so I'm going to add 3 more things next time. It clearly wasn't enough. Oh, I tell you what, I've just come up with this new idea, I'll add that as well. And before you know it, you create so much overwhelm, busy saying these words, and I'm listening to them at the same time and going, come on, you know better. You create so much overwhelm that they don't get the result that they could have got if you hadn't bombarded them with so much stuff, and then don't get the happiness or the result that they want, and therefore less likely to be able to either buy from you again or recommend and refer you. the simple fact is that less is more. And this inward desire to fill it up, to add some of this and some of that and some of the other, is not just not necessary, but it's actually damaging the relationship you have with the customer. What we should be doing is appreciating time. And I'm not just talking about the stuff on your watch, I'm talking about the audience and their time. Our primary driver should be respect and gratitude for people spending the time either looking at your landing page or having a call with you or reading your email copy or downloading a booklet or brochure or watching a video or a webinar. Appreciating people's time by delivering good quality content that takes them from problem to solution quickly, and then stopping and leaving them to their day. And not, well, I've got 7 minutes left, so I'll just throw in a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of the other, and we'll give them a bit of this, and I forgot to mention that, and I'll do that next. Time is the biggest cost to people right now. There are so many things happening in the world that demand their time, that if you're hogging it by overwhelming them with lots and lots and lots of other stuff to look at or consider or review, or they're just simply not going to do it. They'll buy it from somewhere else where the solution was simply packed, bow on top, away you go, next. So stop it. And I'm saying the words to you, and I'm looking at myself and saying, stop giving away more than they paid for. Understand the problem, get in there, create the solution, and disappear. God bless, take care. I'll see you tomorrow for the 9th most common challenge that people face when it comes to pricing. All the best.